A Conversation with Myself, featuring Tom Ford and Tom Ford.
Well, it's great to see you, futuristic Tom Ford. Let me first say, you look fantastic.
Why, thank you. Let me say, you looked fantastic.
Good point, good point. So, I've been dying to ask, what's with the new do?
Well, it just seemed like we were due for a change. I believe we had gotten the same haircut for 16 years. It finally occurred to me, maybe we've taken that haircut as far as it can go.
Interesting. Please, go on.
Well, then on top of all that, there's so many obvious benefits to having so much less hair. For example, I'm so much more aerodynamical now. Let me demonstrate. See? No wind resistance. I bet this cuts at least 5 minutes off her mile time.
Wow! A 12-minute mile! Who'd have thunk it?
I know! Of course, I'm guessing there might be a few things you might miss about this here helmet. This hair, after all, has a very Play-Doh-like quality. For instance, you can scuff it up. And then put it right back into place. Oh yeah, I do see what you mean. You know, on the one hand, this hand specifically, this hair will cause me minimal fuss. But on the other hand, no, not this hand, there's just not a lot of fun to be had with such a paucity of follicles. Paucity is defined as a smallness of number or a scarcity. A man falling off a building has a paucity of seconds to live.
Yes, I suppose that's what life really is. Just a never-ending series of decisions, all with their pros and cons. Sometimes there are 2 pros and just 1 con, so of course you make the decision with the pros. But then there are some times when the 1 con is a really big con, but still not bigger than the 2 pros, so you again go with the decision with the 2 pros. But then there are some decisions when the 1 con is a really, really big con. It might even seem like the 1 con is actually 2 cons. Initially, you might even think that you're deadlocked, seeing that you have 2 pros and 2 cons. But then, of course, you would realize that the one or both of the pros is relatively puny compared to the cons. So then you would make the decision to avoid the one really, really big con. But then there are some times when you don't even have a pencil handy, so you have to do all the pro-con weighing right in your head, and that's pretty hard.
Yes, that's true.
Well, all that aside, I'm thinking this new duo will have a non-paucity of pros.
I couldn't agree with you more. As they say, great minds think. Yeah, never mind. I guess, you know, I'm also a little surprised because our new hairdo reveals we have a little bit of a balding problem. You know, it's not a big one. I mean, you know, who's going to notice? You know me. I just gotta blurt things out from time to time. Of course, I didn't mean anything by it. I'm just kidding around. Yeah, there's laws against suicide anyway, so yes, I feel better. Yeah. So, here's what I think is most exciting about this. You know, for the better part of all the years that we've been alive, we've had a lot of potential with the ladies, but you know, we've had a nice, healthy, easily pliable head of hair, but we just never did anything with it. It just sat there. There's no style, no zazz. I admit, I bet when girls have seen us before, they think, he could be so much more. Why should I settle for less? I can't argue with you there. I can't argue with you there. I cannot argue with you there. But, you know, now with this streamlined look, they're going to know we can't be more. And I got a feeling our dance card is going to be mighty full from now on.
I'm getting goosebumps already. So how many dates do you think it will be scoring?
Well, not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but I'm guessing at least 350.
The future is indeed bright. Though, I don't know, call me a worrywart if you will, but Do you think our hair is the only reason we've struggled to find girlfriends? Perhaps there have been other factors. Well, for instance, our general shyness, our disinterest in most anything new, our lack of outward emotion, our limited taste in clothes, the fact our mouths don't move much when we talk, our paucity of upper body muscles, the horrendous farmer's tan on our feet, our inability to juggle knives. Do you think we should try to confront ourselves and really try to change any of those things?
No, it's just the hair.
Phew! I call that a relief. Well, I'm glad we had this chance to chat, and I'm really looking forward to what lies ahead for us. So, you keep me posted.
You got it, buddy.
Hey, let's high five on this.
All right.